nature's best, Bobtail.
So we're into week 3 of our, what I'd like to call our Doggy Academy, teaching our dogs to do some very, very cool tricks. We've taught them how to wave and how to shake a hand. And today we have a very, very special guest with us, Yiska, who's this is a husky, right?
She is, yes.
The normal kind of husky. And we're going to be teaching Yiska how to roll over.
To roll over.
That's a very difficult trick.
It is a difficult trick. It requires a lot of motion. And what's really lovely about Yiska is that a lot of people think you can't train huskies, which is rubbish, I must say. Huskies are a very trainable breed, and it's a rumor about the breed that they're not trainable. Absolutely untrue.
Yes.
Yiska knows lots of tricks. She absolutely loves to do it, and so she's a lovely ambassador for the breed to inspire people with huskies, because huskies are becoming a very popular pet.
They are indeed beautiful dogs.
Yeah, they're lovely, definitely.
So what do we need to teach Yiska how to roll over?
Well, you need, always when we start with tricks, you need some treats that your dog is quite fond of. Yiska's quite partial to chicken, so we've got some chicken this morning.
My kind of dog.
There's not too many chickens in Siberia, but anyway, you're in South Africa now, so it's fine. Now, Yiska is not clicker trained. The past 2 weeks, we've been using a clicker with Bob. There are different teaching methods, just like teaching people different things. You don't have to use a clicker to teach your dog a trick, but when you teach your dogs, you have to have a way to tell them they've done something correct. So when Yiska performs her trick correctly, her owner says, yes, which is her cue that she's done something correctly. So instead of using a clicker, you're going to hear me say yes when Yiska does a treat that's correct. Okay. So to teach roll over, we first need the dog in a down position. I'm just going to move Yiska here a little bit. So I'm going to kneel down to show everybody what to do. So
is this presuming that your dog already knows how to do the down
position? Already knows how to do down, okay?
Okay, all right.
So let's just hope your dog knows how to do down. But I'll just show you quickly. You can start with your dog in a sit and use a treat and bring them down to the ground to get them to go into a down. Okay. Now, the first step to get a dog to roll over is they must tip onto one of their hips. So if you take the treat in your hand so your dog can smell it, keep your hand right close to the ground and point your dog's nose with the treat toward their back foot, which is going to make them tip over. And then you continue that half circle. Yes.
That is amazing.
And as Yiska rolls over, I'm saying yes to mark that behavior. Yes, come. Now, we'll see. I'm sure she can do it the other way, since her hips already tipped that direction.
Hey,
we'll go back the other way. So again, treat, treat on the dog's nose. Bring your dog's nose down toward the ground and point it back toward their hip. And all the way over. Now, good girl. Oh, that's impressive. Yes. Now, most dogs, like people, are actually better on one side. Like we're right-handed or left-handed, dogs are often the same. You'll find as you do this trick that there's one side that's easier for your dog. In the beginning, do the easier side so they get confident with the whole thing. But then practice with them like Yiska so that they're good both directions. So here we are, treat on the nose. And now because Yiska's doing this behavior, I'm now going to introduce a command, which is roll over. So I'm going to say, roll over. Yes. Now, obviously, I'm using food now because this is how you teach a dog a trick. Once they understand the command, then you keep treats handy to use as a reward, but the hand that you signal the dog is empty, and you bring your hand over their head. We'll see if she'll do it this way. The other side's her better side. Hold on. Let me get her back. We're just doing lots of rollovers. Yes.
There we go.
Oh, hold on. Important business.
Emergency. Sorry. Stop the camera.
Dogs and children. Okay. So now Yiska knows this command. So once your dog does it a few times, then the next step is to have treats ready for a reward. But take. Oh, Yiska.
Almost, Yiska.
Come, Yiska, come. You good girl.
So obviously this happens during training too. They lose concentration.
You know what? It happens. And when they... Good girl. Actually, I'm not going to show that. Scratch what I was doing. What a good girl. What a good girl. So that's how you get the dog. Now, rollover is a complicated trick. It involves lots of movement from the dog. So be patient with this one. You'll find that when your dog is excited, or if like you go to the dog park, don't ask your dog to roll over because there'll just be too much going on. So start this trick first in places where your dog feels very relaxed. Don't do it at the vet. Don't do it in busy places. Once they get very, very confident with it and they seem very, very relaxed with it, then you can start asking them to do it in more interesting places, like here's Yiska's in the TV studio.
Yes, of course.
But go very slow with it. It's not a trick that comes as quickly as sit or wave.
Okay. Karis, as always, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And of course, for more dog training tips, you can go to happydogs.co.za to check what you can do to teach your dog to roll over. Very cool, huh? Very interesting. Love it.
SABC3